Good morning? That feels weird to say, doesn't it? I don't think I've ever said that before. Good morning and welcome to my stream. This is Nick Attempts. I have a slightly deeper voice because I've not properly hydrated yet. That will sort itself out soon enough, I promise you. Yeah, welcome in. Yeah, don't worry. I've got a coffee here. I've got some lovely biscuits that Icky sent me. The Borders lemon biscuits. Catbat also sent me these, and I may have eaten them all. I plead the fifth. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to address that. Anyway, this is Synergy. Take a look at this art style, right? I need to lubricate my throat. My first C. Gay flirting with a straight streamer before 5 minutes uptime and before the stream even went live. Sunday Kodo is out of control. Out of control Kodo is the best Kodo. Okay. So yeah, this is a city building game, I believe. And again, as per usual, the dev sent me a free key, but I can say whatever I want about it. But yeah, look at this art style. Isn't that lovely? This is in early access. I believe it's out. Let me just double check. I never know with these games. I should do some research. Yeah, it's out. It's got very positive reviews, so I'm looking forward to it. This is all I've seen so far. This and the settings menu. Not flirting, but deep voice Nick kind of sounds like, "Rah, where's my backy type?" Yeah, I don't know. It'll go by the time I finish this coffee. Sad to say. Can I go being the most recent Doctor Who episode? I haven't been watching any Doctor Who in ages. I stopped mid Capaldi, but I've heard that who's it now? It's Kuti Gatwa, right? Yeah, I hear he's bringing a fantastic energy to the Doctor. Like both, because all the Doctors bring a kind of energy, right? Although it's different each time, but this one's like really quite, like literally energetic, like really moving about the screen a lot. But then I don't know what like I gave up mid Capaldi because Capaldi, I liked Capaldi. I didn't like any of the plots they gave him. I think that's my problem with Doctor Who, and I just realised it's just, yeah, the plots I've never liked. I love the actors, I love the characters, but they never put them in situations that I find interesting. Cootie is giving Hot Girl Summer Doctor. Okay, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. It's very experimental anthology, and you're digging it. Okay. All right. No, I would be more up for that, I think. I think I'd be much more up for that. Yeah. Yeah, it just... it's the plots every time. It seems the harder they try, the worse they get. Like, when they try and do something silly and they don't care as much, it seems to come out better. But I can't think of a season finale for Doctor Who that's been good. Like, ever. Like, since the start of the revival of Doctor Who. Maybe the first one, Bad Wolf. I think that was all right. I think, but that's it. Like, some of the Tennant ones are extremely painful. And there were some really good Tennant episodes as well. Like, I loved the Satan Pit. I thought it was fantastic, and you know, the Weeping Angels and all that were great. A little overdone now, but they were great. Brain cut off, they don't put them in situations that I care about, as they don't put them in situations. And boy, if that's what you want. 73 yards and dot and bubble certainly put them in situations. Okay. Well, maybe I'll check it out. You know, like, it's just on iPlayer, right? Nick, not having watched Doctor Who. Doctor Who is still made by the British broadcaster, right? Yeah, no, I got a TV license, I can watch that. So let's have a look at the, let's have a look at the settings. Pretty comprehensive for an indie game that's in early access. I did double check, it is in early access. You know, seems pretty good. How are we doing audio? I think audio by default is already okay. I don't want to mute the game when it's inactive. I hate that setting. It's bad for streaming. If I need to alt-tab to sort out, like, I don't know, some mod thing, I don't want the audio cutting. Yeah, I think pretty good. Pretty good, to be honest. Like, all told, this is nice. This is a good selection of things. We've got, you know... Do we have subtitles? That would be nice. I'm not seeing any subtitled. Maybe there's no voice. Maybe it's under audio? No. I mean, maybe there's no voice, which would explain it. But, you know, you can turn off, like, a grain effect if that's messing things up for you. I like that. I like that. Let's dig into the game. So today, just so everyone knows, I'm going to be doing multiple Nick attempts. I've got quite a long sort of day ahead of me. So we've got this up first. Next one will be Rack and Slay, a game which I keep thinking should be called Rack and Ruin. It just feels like Rack and Ruin is a better name for the game, which is a dungeon exploring roguelike using billiards balls. We've also got Let Bygones Be Bygones, which I'll check out. We've got Tetra Tactics, which is like triple triad, and a couple of others. So we've got plenty of games. If you're watching on YouTube, I will be sort of swapping over to the next YouTube stream, so you're going to have to sort of like watch that. I can't raid myself on YouTube, which is a bit annoying to do that. But on Twitch, we'll just be, you know, we'll just be updating the title as we do. Right, Scorched Earth. The tutorial is essential for familiarizing yourself with the mechanics. Then let's do it, I guess. I gotta say, the UI in this is pretty fantastic for an early access game. A group of exiles who were driven out of the dried-out oasis that had protected them until then needs to recover despite their meager resources. However, the climate challenges them at every turn, and the desert is full of strange and dangerous mysteries. Alright, let's check it out. Okay. End to wandering. For 2 generations, our community lived in an oasis, protected from the hazards of the outside world. But, like everywhere else, we were driven out of our homes. All is not lost. After crossing a sea of sand, we reached the shores of some new lakes. No matter how toxic their water is, it will be pure bliss to us if we can treat it. Your citizens need clean water. To get that, you need to build a pontoon, so your citizens can draw toxic water from a lake with special tanks. Toxic water must then be treated and purified in a purification basin to become clean water. Okay. All collected resources must be stored. In the water tower, clean or toxic water. In the cellar, food and clean water. And in the small warehouse, all other resources. Okay. Let's find the water hole. Is that the water hole? No? That's the water hole. Okay, got it. Alright. Let's build a pontoon. This one. Purification basin. Why does that have to be near the water? That doesn't... I don't understand why that needs to be near the water. Maybe there'll be a reason. And a water tower. Speed up time if you want to. I'll get a 4 times speed. The water hole is my frussy. I gotta say this is gorgeous. I would say I would like escape to close this instead of opening the main menu. But that's a nitpick. I can deal with that. But yeah, look at this art style. Oh, there's a decent zoom out as well. That's nice. Some games just really, really want to hamper your ability to zoom out. I don't know why. We've got some homeless citizens. Well, we'll deal with that when they let us. His cursed nussy, but that scans more as his cursed nussy, and that's like, why is your nose cursed? Well, it's probably because I'm calling it my nussy. Programs don't use the escape key nearly enough. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on, I'm just gonna scarf a biscuit like a devious raccoon. These animations are fantastic, by the way. Okay, water tower done. Just the purification basin left. You will insist on saying programs instead of apps. No, absolutely. I'm with you on that. I'm 100% with you on that, Kodo. We need to stop calling them... We need to not let Tim Apple win. They are programs, not apps. Alright. Assign 2 citizens to a pontoon. And 1 to the purification basin. Okay. Did I not do that? I did do it. Oh, okay. It was just waiting until they turned up. You even feel weird saying coding? What was wrong with the word programming? I'm one of those. Like I went to uni with some old guard programmers there. So I have the unfortunate habit of calling it hacking, which is confusing for the general public, obviously, but the traditional term of hacking is probably closer to what I do when it comes to programming. We now own infrastructure to treat water, as well as a healthy and sustainable irrigation system. However, seasons come and go, hectic and harsh, and we risk a disaster if we don't collect enough supplies for immediate consumption. To keep our buildings running smoothly, we must store enough clean water to prepare for a drought. Getting clean water is essential for the city's survival and development. The scarcity of water means the growing needs of the population need to be balanced with supply means and climatic conditions. Okay. Certain climatic events, such as the dry season, can be fatal for unprepared cities, as water supply means are slowed down or even stopped. Fortunately, you can check out upcoming weather conditions. In the interface, which shows the weather forecast. So it's got a little bit of a vibe of Frostpunk, I suppose, to it. Except it's like the other way around, because we're in a desert. I feel we're very much grounded in our age groups. Yeah, I don't think anyone my age normally calls it hacking. I think that's something that came from a much older age group that was just taught to me because they taught me at uni. You're guessing it's a layer thing and programming was more about actually addressing the memory while coding uses a modern language? Maybe. Yeah, I can see that, yeah. Okay, cycle is a period of 40 days. Okay, so we've got temperate seasons ahead, so that's okay. So let's build some more purification basins. Do I need another water tower, or is that going to be okay? Yeah, it's going to be okay. What are you complaining about? Some resources are missing. Is it water? It is water. Okay, so they're working on that. Well, I'm going to assign a couple more people to getting me more water then, because may as well. That's going to go faster. Just going to make some paths. I don't know if they do anything. Oh yeah, no, people are faster on paths. Yeah, love it. Alright, time to scarf a second biscuit. Like, just an absolutely rabid raccoon. You know, with their tiny little hands, shoving it in my face. Like that. With my tiny little hands. Hey, BDR, welcome in. I would honestly like to be able to zoom in more. I would like to, like, really zoom up and see this animation in high detail. I'm guessing, of course, then it would start to get a little blurry. But I would honestly like to be able to look in close and just, like, appreciate the details. Because this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It is a very pastel game, isn't it? But no, I think that's really nice. I'm going to speed up. Let them finish that second purification basin. Assign someone to it. I'm honestly wondering if, while we've got time, if we just want to build a second pontoon. I don't know if there are any adjacency issues, so I don't want to put them next to each other. The oasis's inhabitants have slept for too long under the stars, with only an expanse of canvas to protect them from the extremes of the climate. We need to provide shelter in sustainable buildings. For that, we'll need materials, as well as warehouses to store them. Heaps of rock that can potentially meet our needs can be found all around the area. Let's use them wisely. Alright, ripping resources. Building requires resources which can be obtained in various ways. The simplest method is to collect them directly from the map to get the necessary ingredients. The rip out action is available in the fast actions panel. It allows you to collect resources from plants and rocks. Use this method to collect the rock from rocky amalgams. Start by finding and collecting rocky amalgams on the map. So I think we are building a small warehouse. Okay. Just gonna build a bit more water storage. We know we're gonna need more water. Right, let's find some rocks. Okay, so the big one I'm guessing... Now, again, escape, I want that to remove those menus. Right, if I just do that... And then we're going to build a little small warehouse nearby. We can probably lower the amount of people collecting water at the moment. We've got 20 clean water. I feel like your school/uni year was sort of towards the tail end of kids growing up decently computer literate. Like, smartphones weren't really a thing until secondary school and not really widespread before year 9. Yeah, that makes sense. I think smartphones really came in when I started uni. I remember I had my first smartphone at first year of uni. Uni started good, and then by the time you were in 4th year, we were starting to have freshers who had never had Facebook and complained about receiving a normal number of emails. Like, everyone has a uni email account, but a lot of social events were primarily organized via Facebook. Group emails were also obviously there, but mainly as a backup. Then by 2020 to 2021, we had to make sure everything was on both. Some freshers got Facebook specifically for uni. You know, that's funny, because I'm like the mirror end of Facebook. Like, Facebook started getting big when I was a fresher. Like, when I went to my uni, I hadn't really heard of Facebook, but a couple of people I was talking to there when I was like, when I went to visit the uni to see if it's one I wanted to go to, they were like, yeah, have you heard of Facebook? Yeah, it's pretty good. You should try getting on that. What a mistake that was. I'm glad for the most part people are not on Facebook anymore. Ooh, BDR sounds just crashed. Ooh, oh no. Good luck. Nice and chill. I keep forgetting I can speed up the game. Okay, citizens need a roof over their heads to protect themselves against rough weather and live in decent conditions. Your citizens will go to their homes regularly to nourish themselves, eat, drink, and sleep, which makes the positioning of houses quite strategic. When they nourish themselves, citizens consume food and clean water. These resources are directly drawn from a nearby cellar. This is why houses must be positioned within range of a cellar. To nourish themselves, citizens also need cellars to get clean water and food. Therefore, all storage automatically requires 20 units of each accepted resource type, so citizens can bring these in. In the storage interface, it is possible to change the number of required resources, or even refuse a resource. This can help in determining where resources are stored, or preventing citizens from consuming certain foodstuffs. Since all resources must be carried by citizens from one structure to another, it is important to have enough citizens that are not assigned to any building and are therefore available as carriers. Citizens naturally prioritize your direct orders and then the tasks they consider most important. However, you may make any order or building a priority. Okay, yep, standard controls. Right, build a cellar and position houses within range of it. So, I kind of want it, like, there, I think. Like, in between these two jobs. Like... that? Just set my water towers. So this is a toxic water tower, so it'll store additional toxic water. And these are clean water towers. These are going to hold all of the clean water we need. I like that they're little, like, those little leafy flowers that, I think they're leaves, actually, that store water. I forget the name of them. There's no more emails than normal for Freshers Week, but this was the first cohort, like, we cannot deal with this mountain of emails, and it bodes well for uni, yeah. Picture plans, that's the word. I think the student committee uses Instagram a lot these days. There may be a TikTok account, but I'm not on there, so no clue. Cam also deprecated the legacy SSO system and in-house email because they were struggling to get people to maintain it. So like in the last few months of final year, they switched to Outlook and Microsoft FSO, which is a crying shame. Yeah. Yeah, Microsoft single sign-on is also just, like, bad. Like just absurdly bad. It's quite ridiculous how poor it is. And now we need some houses. Oh, that's very clearly, I'll just build a couple like that, because this is very clearly our resource for food, right? Oh, it told me to build 3 houses. Well, I built 4. Tough. Okay. How many unemployed? I have 8 at work at the moment. Okay. Need to be careful. Speed up our building. I love the art on this. It's just absurdly good. Yeah, no one's there to move things at the moment, which is a problem. Okay, we've got about 60 water, so that should be good for us for 2 cycles. Almost 2 cycles. Okay, life-saving curiosity. The food we brought with us is dwindling by the day, but picking the strange and prickly fruit growing in the area, not to mention eating it, is risky. Before anything else, we must eliminate any danger related to the exploitation of these plants. Although we do not have a lot of scientific knowledge, the Oasis's older distiller is able to perform basic chemical experiments. Equipping it with a mobile working station, we could start our botanical studies. Alright, performing environmental analyses with a field laboratory enables you to discover the characteristics of nearby plants. Understanding the environment is the only way to get resources without causing your citizens to suffer or destroying the environment. Oh shit, so I should not be ripping these out. Okay. First analysis gives you the result of the rip out action and of harvesting actions on plants. Surface analyses only provide information on harvesting actions that are already unlocked. After unlocking a new harvesting action, you need to perform a new surface analysis. To be available to citizens, harvesting actions require a harvest building. When a harvesting action is performed on a plant, the ladder changes its growing state instead of being destroyed. Ah, so it's more sustainable. Also, since the action doesn't destroy the plant, the ladder sticks to the harvesting order. Therefore, citizens will interact with the plant each time it reaches the appropriate state of growth. Alright, hold on, pause. Let's not rip out all these plants then. We are going to need to do some scanning. We need a field lab. That's an infirmary. That's an assignment tower. Picker's cabin. We will build that because we're going to need it. There's our field lab. Put it over by the water. Okay. There are 2 homeless citizens. We need another house. Oh, there are different kinds of houses. Is there a difference? Oh, they take different resources. Okay. Harvester, I hardly know her. It's really weird for you how computer illiterate your new hires are these days. Yeah, genuinely, sorry, I just read Coda's message. Genuinely, tablets and all that have changed what computer literacy is. Like, you may not be literate with something like a Windows OS, but you're gonna probably be a lot better at something like a tablet OS. And there are plenty of applications you can use on those. But businesses in general don't. So it is gonna people are gonna struggle. Alright. Where's our lab? Where'd I put it? Here. We need to do a surface analysis of that plant. That plant. That plant. That plant. And that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that. I know that's 2 of the same there. I'm just wondering, like, is it gonna give me different information if I do it with a sprout versus an adult? You know? Citizens collect easily removed plant elements such as fruit. Okay, we don't actually know yet. "20 watery pods. What do you reckon gives us watery pods?" Nick, thoughtfully in the Skyrim loading screen tips voice, "There are different kinds of houses." Yeah. I'm not beating those allegations. That I am just the tooltip announcer. Alright. Have I actually signed anyone to the field lab? No. We've actually got a bunch of available citizens, so... Beginning of a new cycle, temperate season. Okay, we've got temperate ahead of us, so we're doing okay. Need to get that food going, though, so get analyzing. Get on it, analysis. I don't know what this aura is, because they appear to go outside of their work zone. No idea. Analysis report. Ripping out this plant by the roots provokes its toxins to dry out. Is it then possible to extract its seeds safely? Okay. This is the riverbank fingers. Trimming them kills them. Do not trim riverbank fingers. Analysis? I think you'll find it's an ally says Happy Pride Month. Yeah, Happy Pride Month, everyone. Cinder sprout trunks are too delicate to have many uses, but all their bark can be collected and used as a building material. Cinder sprouts renew their epidermis after some time, which makes it possible to sustainably connect. Oh, goddammit. Words are hard. Sustainably collect their bark. Cinder sprouts produce bitter-tasting ashy kernels, which have numerous medical uses. They can be collected by trimming the shrub. Okay, so we're going to give you a job to trim those shrubs. Oh, do I need a new picker's cabin per harvest type? Don't want to trim those. That will kill them. We'll do that. I'm going to need a couple more. Oop, wrong one. Wrong button. Couple more pickers' cabins. Put one there. No, escape never closes this. Alright, sunshade tree. Felling this huge tree allows us to cut its trunk and use its bark. Okay. Diluvian bush. By ripping out diluvian bushes, we can collect branches. The watery pods this plant produces renew themselves after some time. We can pick them. And they can be trimmed regularly. Okay, we see we're learning now. So we want to collect the watery pods, because that's good food. So this is a priority. Prioritize. That's how words work. So we're also going to analyze. Have we got anything else we can analyze around? Are you something new? I think you're something new. No, you're not. I think you're the diluvian bushes. That's new. Yeah, we already have this. So we're not getting new information. So I'll cancel that other one where we had old information already. Okay, got a couple of people working away. Oh, can I increase the capacity of this? I can. Oh, this is a max capacity of 800. Okay, good to know. Get more citizens working away. Oh no, I've got too many citizens. Too many citizens. Let's bring it up to 3 on each. Okay. Ripping out this shrub will allow us to collect its edible vegetables, as well as some plant waste for composting. This plant renews its production of vegetables every life cycle. By picking them, it's also possible to collect some plant waste, which is rich in organic matter. Trimming this plant allows us for a more precise harvest. We'll just pick its vegetables. Okay, so picking them is a good shout. We're going to add a task of we want to pick these bushes. I'm going to assign a bunch of people to that. I'm going to actually lower the amount of people working on the water. Because we're doing okay water-wise, we've got no food. And I'm going to need a hauler as well. Analysis? Oh no, you've already... I've already read that. But yeah, I like this. I like the little sort of science aspect to it. I wonder how long that will last. Like, how novel that will feel. Because I imagine once you've done this a little bit, you're like, yeah, okay, I've done that. Let's build an infirmary. We could build an assignment tower, but we'll do that later. I don't really quite understand how that works. So I'll let them sort of naturally teach me how that works. Alright, let's get some food. Hey, we've done it. To obtain certain resources, a refining stage might be necessary. For example, tools crafted at the forge, or dishes consumed by citizens prepared in the kitchen. Certain versatile production buildings can produce several resources. Production modules allow you to select the resource to produce, and the way to produce it by choosing the recipe to use. This allows you to adopt or adapt to the resources available in your environment. No, I can't read today. A building's production speed depends on its efficiency, which is mainly influenced by its number of active citizens. Recipes can be affected by bonuses or penalties that impact efficiency, cost in resources, and yield. These may come from several sources. Bonuses unlocked through research, bonuses due to proximity with other buildings, or bad weather penalties. That makes sense. So we have a kitchen. We're gonna wanna cook. I'm gonna put that right next to our food source. The forge. I'm going to put out here next to our source of like random resources. Oh, wrong button. I wanted to rip out. We got no one left to build anything, I think. Well, we can take this down to just one person, as our food supplies are now much higher. We can take Field Lab down to no people, because we're done for analysis at the moment. That's going to put some more people back into the ecosystem, where they can do some building for us. And some hauling as well, which is good. How's our water tower doing? It's alright. We've got good water supplies at the moment. And dirty water is roughly keeping up with demand. So I think we'll just stick with what we got there at the moment. Let's get those buildings done. Oh, it's raining, I think. Climate is better than we could have hoped for. A few clouds protect us from the sun, and water can be drawn or filtered without too much loss from evaporation. Ooh, evaporation's going to be a problem later on. Okay. Oh, we built the infirmary. That's good. The infirmary provides complete treatment for all the sicknesses that citizens can suffer from. However, treatment duration and remedy quantities may vary. When a citizen is being treated, they can perform no other tasks. Ideally, it's always better to keep your citizens away from harm. The infirmary allows you to select what sicknesses to treat. Assigning several doctors allows you to simultaneously heal a greater number of citizens. Some cures require remedies. To produce the latter, you must build a pharmaceutical factory. Okay, that's cool. Whoa, actually, that's a big list of diseases. Wound, exsanguination, intoxication, poisoning, weakness, atrophy, heat exhaustion, and heat stroke. Gotta be careful about that. Have I mentioned yet how gorgeous I think this game is? Just beautiful. No diabetes mellitus, no. No, I know, right? Okay. We can either... What does this make? Tools via clean water cooling or via stone crafting. Let's go via stone crafting at the moment to make tools, and we're going to get someone assigned to that. And then meanwhile over in here with the recipes, we have pod stew. We don't have any vegetables yet. Rough oatmeal. Mushroom soup. Ashy pancakes. Bulb confit. Well, for now, make ashy pancakes. Assign someone to that, but I think we're going to need to do a collection of vegetables as well. Vegetables were over here. Yeah. So that's going to let us get vegetables too. This is complaining about being out of water, which is a little worrying. Got any clean water? Got loads up here. We just need to transfer it. We just haven't had anyone moving it around. Got no one in the infirmary yet, but I don't think we need anyone in the infirmary. I'm going to wish for slightly more on the water side. Hey people, put some water in here. Huh? God damn it. Anyway, we're working on the dishes, working on the tools. 2 available citizens left. I don't really want to overdo it. What was going up? But I'm a little worried that we're going to start running out if this proceeds this way. Picker's cabin will assign another person. And I'm going to pick vegetables. Very pretty game. It's kind of like if Spiritfarer and Chance of Sennar had a baby. Yes, absolutely. I used to get a bit of... oh, there was a pastel sort of first-person game where you delivered post in a desert. And I can't remember the name of it, but I get a vibe of that too. Yeah, it's very nice. Right, I think we're just going to speed up time while we wait. Hopefully with all the construction complete, the harvesters and the haulers will start moving things around. Maybe we should build one of those movement towers, you know? What was it called? Assignment tower. I mean, we can try it. I don't know what it'll do. Put one at each major hub. Sable, that's the one, Keith. Yep, exactly, Sable. Well, so how you doing, Keith? Get them built. Right. We don't need tools anymore, so I'm going to return a single human back to the worker zone so they can finish building these things. Alright, a picker's cabin. No, it was the assignment tower. The picker's cabin we know about. We're at 20 out of 40 simple dishes. Let's assign someone to it, and they can do transportation then. In fact, let's assign a couple of people. Okay, we've had 2 new children. Nice. You're good. The chiefs of the north will rise again. Duplicitous counts of the east will soon get theirs. That's the thing I love about King of the Castle is, you know, it starts building these stories. So we probably didn't need to build like 3 of these. It seems to all just work in general. But oh well. At least now with dedicated haulers, we'll start sort of solving the issue we had earlier. We'll just consider it for future-proofing, it's fine. No suffering citizens, that's good. Honestly, I like being able to say this is a dedicated transporter. A lot of games like RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress and all that just don't really give you that option. Not without, like, digging into each, like, job type, which is a lot. Civil engineering. We have enough to survive, at least for now. Still, mere survival won't keep the citizens motivated, and many are already moaning. What now? Why toil and work every day just to get a ration of food and a sip of water? To keep the population motivated and allow the community to live again, it's high time to think of this camp as a real city. We must plan and build common living spaces dedicated to sociability and leisure. Basic needs. You now know how to provide your citizens with food and clean water. Their basic needs are therefore activated. With no food or clean water, they might suffer from malnutrition or dehydration. If this persists, they may develop a weakening sickness or even die of hunger or thirst. When a citizen is suffering, their moving and working speeds are reduced. Sicknesses can be treated at the infirmary. If the citizen is infected with the same sickness a second time, it progresses into something more serious that requires an urgent treatment to avoid the patient's death. Okay. Citizens can pass away in various manners. Starvation, thirst, serious sicknesses, lost or missing during an unfortunate expedition. This seems far too civic-minded to be a real government. You're not wrong. Once you have guaranteed your citizens' survival, it is time to conceive a city with architecture that makes sense and that is pleasant to live in. Building a square allows you to start forming a district. There are several squares and various district types per square, each having its own specifics. This is a little bit like, you could do this in Stellaris, couldn't you? You could form systems that sort of manage themselves a little bit and offered bonuses. Buildings belong to the district to the nearest square. To be valid, each district needs a specific building. Other mentioned buildings add to the district's points. Okay. Well, let's build ourselves a district of some kind. Oh, those are decorations. So, cultural square? So we kind of want that here, right? And then... Wait, maybe that's not the button. Ooh, a canteen. That's not bad. That might be better than the cellar and eating at home. Okay, so we can set this as a district type. So, our options are historical, district dedicated to honouring the past, creative, district dedicated to the display of finished works, or social. I think we want a social district, so we're going to go for social. We're going to need to build a canteen. And then that's going to boost social buildings. So what social buildings can we put down? A bench. And a table, which we'll put down as well. Riverbank fingers are worse for it. And the carpentry forge and all that is worse. Okay. Oh, yeah, so we've got to be careful about that. Alright, got it. Oop, wrong click. Oh, it's just letting us know it's finished. Okay. Alright, so we've got plus 10 social in houses. Nice, so we've got to reach a district store of 200. So we could do with a tea bar, a kitchen, a sun awning and a well. More tables and benches. Longhouses and turret houses. Some shady trees would be nice. Fruit-bearing trees, irrigation canals. Okay, I'm getting it. So... we've got statues and street lamps. Oh, the sun awning we wanted. I'm gonna be careful to make sure I don't box myself in there. I can build a second... sun awning for another 50. And some lamps. Hey Gara, how you doing? Okay. Use the path over to there. Game's going pretty well. I'm quite liking it. We put the canteen down. We haven't got the tea bar yet. Right now I'm trying to make a little cultural area that people will like. We're at 70. We should be at 120 once I've built that. Could do with some trees. I don't know how to plant them. Carpentry Forge, Foundry, Sand Factory and Weaver's Workshop will reduce score, but I think we're actually okay on that. But I think we have some riverbank fingers we're going to need to rip out. Yeah, we're going to need to rip out the riverbank fingers. Because they're smelly. They're lowering our score. Looks like it could be a cool game. Yeah, it's chill. I mean, I'm liking that. Okay, we've maxed that out. We could do with putting a kitchen in here, so we could move the kitchen over. Can we move it, or do we have to destroy it? We've got to destroy it, have we? Okay. So we'll bring that over. And destroy that one. That'll give us another 100 points, which will bring us up to above 200. I think we gotten rid of all the nasty plants? Riverbank finger, cabbage shrub, rocky fig, and volcano tree. I think we've gotten all of those gone. So we're good. I don't think small warehouse is a problem to have in range, so I think that's okay. Speed up that building. I put an ornate ground panel in because, you know, they look nice. You know, you've got to have pretty things. Okay, housing satisfaction. Your citizens' well-being is closely related to the quality of their housing. Beyond their basic needs, housing quality is assessed according to its access to well-being, social interactions, cultural places, and places of knowledge. Certain buildings apply access scores to all cells within their range. For instance, schools apply an access bonus to knowledge around it. In this tutorial, we will focus solely on access to well-being. The well-being score depends on the proximity to vegetation, the presence of waterholes, the shadowing surface. Oh, we got to cast shadows. Consult the well-being heat map to see the most suitable places. Consult building details in the construction menu to see which have an impact on well-being and then build those. Okay. How do we do... Oh, down here. Housing satisfaction. Districts. Well-being. Well-being's higher in that way. Social's doing a little better here. There's all that shadow over there. Nothing down here. Okay. What do we got for knowledge? That's the field lab. That's why it had a radius around it. I'm going to put a couple of lamps down because I remember it needing lamps. Ooh, we need something there. Tools! Pop someone in on the tools. Increase food harvesting as well, because we've had some more people join. Water supplies are looking good, actually. I probably don't need to worry. Yeah, I don't need to worry at all, actually. Probably reduce the number of them harvesting water a little bit. There we go. Couple of people in the kitchen, though. Start feeding people. Yeah, we'll make pod stew. I think that works. We've got a load of veg now. I'm going to increase the demand for simple dishes to 100. That's a little bit better. Another one cutting the medical supplies. So what can we do about shade? What if we put in a nice long fountain? Because access to water was important, right? A scent garden, a relaxing place. Let's build a scent garden. This is a very messy designed city, but I actually kind of like that. I always find that more organic, you know? It feels more realistic. Oh, we were meant to build a scent garden. That's what the objective was all this time. Whoops. Got housing enough for 24, and we currently have 21 people, so that's okay. But I might build a couple more houses. We need bark. Bark can be taken from the trees, right? But that means we might need to rip out some trees to do it. Assign some citizens to the scent garden. There's no nearby storage building distributing clean water. Are we out of space? Ah. Call of the unknown. The citizens have noticed a strange phenomenon, a luminous dot blinking chaotically and only visible at night. They fear it could be a distress signal. Numerous volunteers have asked to investigate it and organize a rescue operation if need be. Let's select some explorers and equip them for the trip. Okay, we can go on expeditions. That's neat. Two systems shape the game's exploration by introducing new possibilities, research and exploration. At the start of a game, most buildings are not accessible and must be discovered through research. Yep. That makes sense. There's cultural and technological. Exploring the world provides the opportunity to make important discoveries. In addition to finding resources and welcoming new citizens, explorers can also discover new plants and integrate into their environment, along with precious knowledge that can be found in tablets. Expeditions are both costly and risky. Citizens sent on an exploration will have to make some difficult and potentially dangerous situations. Oh, nice. Okay. So yeah, I get this is a very cozy looking Frostpunk. Which honestly is quite cool. So let's build a research center. Market square there. Bring back just 2 people on the scent garden because I need people working. What would this be under? Research of some kind? Knowledge? I need an explorer's hut, but... Oh, it's because I haven't researched it. That makes sense. Put a road that way. Yeah, once we built that, that should provide more water to here. Oops, I keep trying to hit escape to go out, but it just doesn't. That's not how that works. I'm going to cancel this house. Hopefully that's going to refund a little bit of bark. Which will hopefully be enough to build this. Needs 15 bark. Good lord. So I want to harvest bark without chopping all these trees down. I suppose I could do this. Oh, I can't get bark other than by cutting down trees at the moment. Sign that. Oh, that's going to be a problem. We're going to have to very quickly research new ways of doing that. Next season will be a dry season. Oh shit. Hard times are looming. We got enough water? I think we got enough water. I think we're going to be okay. We got remedies, we got food. I think we're going to be good. Ooh, look at this research tree. Select a research project to start. You can only perform research linked to an already completed project. Each research project requires resources. Tablets discovered during expeditions may be used to reveal or instantly unlock new research. Okay. How big's the research tree? Not huge, but it's not terrible. And this is early access, so that's something they can expand for sure. Now... Oh no, there's little off-bit things as well that'll modify it. So, oh, each one of these is a building. So, okay, that's not too bad then. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, exploration missions, but I need this arboriculture. I need to be able to harvest some trees without cutting them down. Nearly finished on the market square. Oh, this is a second district. That's not what I expected. So we can create crafting districts, harbor districts, and scientific districts. Okay, we'll make it the scientific district. But I'm going to need to put down a new cellar. Really don't want to be chopping down all these trees. Really want this research to be done as soon as possible. 3 days left. Okay. Getting there. Okay, to the research tree and actually research the thing we're meant to be researching. That wasn't it. Well, whoops. Click the wrong button. Okay, we'll continue to research that then, I guess. And we're going to build the arborist's workshop. There. Get rid of that harvester. We need 25 bark for it, but thankfully it will it'll give it back. What's this complaining about? No nearby storage building distributing clean water. There will be as soon as I finish the building. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Good. So have to build our arborist, which means trees will be okay. Priority building, please. Something was missing water there. That's a little worrying. Hey, Jailer, welcome in. And welcome in, Raiders. Hey, Iggy, how you doing? This is a little game called Synergy, and it's a very, very pretty city builder. I mean, look at this art. Yeah, here's our little city in the desert. We're making things. We're working hard. Hey, welcome in, Rizalka. Hope you were having a good time. You were playing the what was it called? It was the FPS with the talkie gun. You know the one? High on Life. That was it. That was High on Life. Does he even know what a synergist is? Probably not. It was not good. Oh, that doesn't surprise me, honestly. It's Justin Roiland for you. Right. Oh, we need to research the pruning first. Where's our research? Field lab. Add an analysis. Oh, words are hard. Add an analysis. That's how you say words. One of the most obnoxious games you can say you've tried. Yeah, fair enough. At his worst, I'm gonna say, Rizolka, given the allegations against that man, probably not at his worst. Like, there's a reason he's no longer on Rick and Morty now. His worst performing, yeah, fair. Okay, do a research. I need to know about the trees so that I may harvest them safely. Or did we already research them? Felling this huge tree allows you to cut its trunk and use its bark. Pruning sunshade trees is not just good for them, it allows you to collect their branches. Can we get bark any other way, though? Well, we can start pruning them at least. Have a person on that. Branches will be helpful. The evil is gone. Oh, you thought I said Adam analysis. Yeah, that's actually what my PhD was in. I was analysing a gene called Adam33. Sounds very Bioshock, but it was a lot more boring than it sounds. But yeah, I'm in love with the art style of this game. They've not got enough water again. We've got plenty stored. Maybe we need some more haulers. Some more dedicated haulers. What's our score here for the market square? What do we need? An experimental lab? A weather station? Field lab? We could move the field lab over. We could move the infirmary as well in our science district. Yeah. Oh, they like having the smelly plants. Yeah, let's move the field lab over. What's the Hall of Wisdom? It's cultural. Cool, that's big. Okay. Something like that'll do. Oh, we need to do more research. Actually research the thing I was attempting to research earlier, but I clicked the wrong thing. Here we go. It is very pretty. I'm very impressed by it. Very impressed by it. Let's build a few... Let's build like a few benches. And a little fountain there to keep people in the market, in the research district happy. And I guess build a couple more houses. Gonna need more bark soon enough. Gotta find a way to plant these trees. Gotta find a way to plant these trees. Is there something off of what we researched? We researched the arboriculture. New harvesting task, notching. Okay, so that would let us collect fluids. I want to know how to plant more trees. Later, Rizalka. This is giving you Simpsons tapped out vibes. Honestly, I get that. I get that. Given it's the isometric sort of angle, yeah. And the hand-drawn cartoon style. Okay, 8 more days on the Explorer's Hut. I'll speed up time. While we wait, I need a way to harvest these as well. We'll rip out some more rocky amalgams, because they're in the way. Okay, there's the field lab. We don't need anyone in it at the moment. Hopefully our increased number of transporters is going to help. Alright, here comes the hot time. We have to be real careful now. decent amounts of water. We're going to use 100 units per cycle, so we should be fine. Have a good lunch, Lurk. I'm going to put more water into the cellar if possible. Well, they're doing their best, but I really wish that clean water would be prioritized. There might be a way to do that, but I'm not sure how. Maybe there's just a lot of transport that needs doing. I could assign a few more people to transport. We've got those other buildings. No citizens are available. There's 5. Oh, they're on other tasks already. Okay. Probably on the building tasks now I think about it. I think we're good for tools at the moment, so I'll take someone off of construction. How are we doing on that research? Almost done! Okay, now we need to build an explorer's hut. That one. We are going to need more bark. Order a few more to be ripped out. We simply just do not have enough people at the moment. Hauling seems to have been sort of sorted out a little bit. I might keep them on there anyway. I'm going to... How are we doing for food? We're doing okay for food. I'm going to take one person off of the kitchen, and we're going to take all of our researchers off. And that should help. We'll get this explorer's hut done. I think we'll do an exploration. That'll take us to an hour and a half, and then we'll swap over to our next game, which will be... the game I keep trying to say is Rack and Ruin, but is not. It is Rack and Slay. Still think Rack and Ruin is a better name. Sorry, devs. Okay. Oh yeah, I put a load of constructions down. That's probably not helping. Someone on the purification basin because I'm gonna need water faster. We can maybe turn this into a... We can probably put a market district here. And make it a waterfront. Oh, we got some more rocky amalgams we can rip out. I will double check the research tree in case there's a way of permanently harvesting them. Maybe not. Or at least not on the research tree at the moment. Because it did say if you do an expedition you'll learn more things. Oh, we can get upgrades. We'll take advanced arboriculture. I'll put a person on there. We've got 10 people on other tasks at the moment. That should be fine. Need more bark. We're working on it. Okay, we've got a good supply of toxic water at the moment. Clean water's doing okay. Luckily, it's only a short dry season. So yeah, this is... Vibes-wise, I'm getting... It's a mix between something like Cosy and exploratory and sort of, oh, live with the environment, but also Frostpunk, because every now and then you get these dry seasons. You got people getting sick and all that. So I'm finding that a fascinating blend. I quite like that. Alright, we've got our market square. We're going to set this to a harbour district. We need a water pump and 3 stone houses. Which we don't have either of yet. Oops. I keep thinking escape is going to close that menu. One of my citizens is thirsty. And that's because people are not shifting that stuff around fast enough. I'm going to request 2 more assignment. Transporters. Once they've done the current jobs that they're doing, they'll join the transport section and start moving water around so that people have enough to eat and drink. So we're going to need to build some houses. Small warehouse. Okay. That one needs bark. I don't want bark. Have a good luck, Coda. We're going to need a cellar. And it was a warehouse we wanted as well. Which is probably going to need us to chop down a few more trees. Could be better. No nearby storage distribution system. Yes, I know. We'll make that the... not that. We'll make that, the cellar, the priority. Okay. And we'll also put a priority on the Explorer's Hut. Get me those resources. And more pictures of Spider-Man. What was that noise? We just went bleep. Oh, action available. Oh, we've done a research. Okay. Clay roads sound good. Cultural research. Wait, can we do technological research and cultural research at the same time? No? Not sure why they've got 2 different buttons. I don't know. Maybe that'll matter later. Maybe there's 2 different research trees when you get the right buildings or something. Oh no, I've been banned from saying science. An alternative for science. Hi, Amvis. Fancy seeing me here. Yeah, I know. It's rare for me to be on my own stream, but here I am. Hope you're having a good day. I'm gonna get this expedition done, and then we should be moving over to another game. But I want to get the expedition done. require more minerals. 10 out of 20 on there. 12 out of 20. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, this dry season's going for a while. Come on. We've got capacity for 52 people, which is pretty good. Ah, good. Dry season's over. Me when I have sex. Terrible. Okay, they're working on the Explorer's Hut. That'll be done soon. We've got a distribution center built, so the seller's going to provide water and food to these stone houses. That house is definitely in range. I don't know what you're talking about. Build the Explorer's Hut. Let's go on an expedition. Kemsy says, well, that's a line to arrive into stream for. Yeah, I deeply apologize. Welcome in. Alright, let's have a look at this world map. On the world map, select a destination to launch an expedition. Doing so requires supplies, the quantity of which will depend on the number of citizens you are sending on the expedition. Sending a large number of citizens increases the cost in supplies, but also allows more resources to be carried. It will also reduce the time needed to perform optional tasks on site. Exploring an area reveals its destinations. The further away the areas, the longer the expedition, and the greater the need for supplies. Okay. Oh, this is also very pretty. Is that a full world map, do you reckon? Who knows? Oh, it's gorgeous, though. So that's where we are. There's a strange glow. There's lake shores over there. There's an oasis. There's a cave. We should examine that one. It's the chaotic blinking light. Okay, that's not going to take too much. We're going to take 8 people? I don't have enough citizens. Oh, okay. Hang on. I need to make some more. Whoops. This, again, escape does not take me out of there. I need to make some more citizens available. So, food-wise, we're doing okay. So I'm going to take one off the kitchen. Is that food as in simple dishes? Yes, it is. Good. I'm going to keep them on the purifying of the water. I'm going to take a couple of people off the assignments. They'll be okay. They'll manage. Let's go. Send the expedition. Let's go to Cave. There are 3 days of travel left before you reach your destination. Returning to the city will then take 3 days. Alright, and they're off. That's cool. So that functions a little bit like the RimWorld system, the Frostpunk system, that sort of thing. Which is good, because those systems are good. Oh, I see. Yeah, there are 2 research buildings, one for cultural and one for technological. A cultural research is in progress at the moment. Can I cancel that? Because I don't think we've got a research building. Doesn't look like I can, so that's a little bit stuck. Well, we'll unassign people from it for now, because we certainly don't need it. I need a water pump over here to turn on this area. Oh, the expedition has reached its destination. Oh, this is gorgeous as well. Light strands. In the bed of what had probably been a strong stream long ago, the explorers followed the luminous signal they spotted from their city. And that leads them to a cave entrance. Although the cold coming out of the cave appears to be appeals to the thirsty travelers, it forebodes something strange. Once they enter the cave's narrow entrance, their path stops, closed off by a rectangular slab. The interstices on both sides are lit in a rather chaotic way. The rays of light seem to persist in the air and on the dust. What could this slab be hiding? Let's use some water to discover a passage. The explorers freeze and hold their breath, listening to the water seeping into the cracks and cavities of the cave's ground. Using echoes to guide their actions, they discover a side passage. The tunnel has obviously been dug by human hands. Some tools lie on the ground, apparently abandoned by their owners. The party collects them before carrying on their expedition. Alright, so we'll enter. There is a vortex in the middle of the room, with a glow that provokes headaches. A metallic contraption forms a perimeter around the whirlwind, but it is hard to guess its use as it seems to be out of order. One of the explorers introduces a tool into the vortex by fixing it to a rope, and the item comes back unharmed. She asks for permission to explore the inside of the vortex. Let's see what happens. The explorer comes out of the vortex, her face and body marked with the blue symbols found on the tablet. She seems suddenly filled with new wisdom. Interesting. We'll wait for them to come back then, I guess. Our exploration party came back safe and sound from their quest to find the source of the strange light. However, we won't always be that lucky. We live in a dangerous and largely misunderstood world. Exploring it will require time and precious resources, but it will also involve taking some lethal risks. Once we recover our strength, we'll start exploring nearby areas, and maybe try and understand the strange phenomena hiding in the desert. The City Prosperity Score shows your city's sustainability and well-being as it faces the challenges of the outside world. This score is refreshed every day. It is the sum of all the district scores, with a bonus for each district type, and all housing scores. A penalty is then applied according to the number of citizens who are homeless, sick, or dead. The score therefore reflects your city's global resilience. Okay. Honestly, I'm doing alright. Prosperity debut. The community, which seemed doomed not so long ago, is thriving again. Despite all its hazards, the world is no longer seen as just a menace. It is also viewed as an open door. Still, everyone is aware that at the slightest sign of complacency, our infrastructure could become overwhelmed by the unexpected and by our community's growing demands. We must improve our understanding of the natural world to predict it, despite its unpredictability. Fortunately, we are not the only ones facing this challenge. A new group is aiming to recreate bonds between isolated camps and share humanity's knowledge. We need to follow in their footsteps. Victory! The Origins completed. Scorched Earth campaign completed. Where others would merely hope to survive, you have reached prosperity. Your city is the first step in humanity's blooming and is in harmony with its environment. Not bad. Okay, and then you can just continue to play afterwards, which is quite nice. Okay, that's going to be our preview of Synergy for today. I think that's really quite beautiful. I think it's a nice little city builder. I like, you know, I think this is a game that could just release at this stage. You know, it is released in early access, so it's going to be added to, but I think if they just said that that was the full version, that would be fine. Like, it seems there's enough in there to warrant maybe a £15-20 price, and it's currently £20, $20.99, though it is on sale at the moment, I think, because it's only just released. And I think, yeah, to be honest, they could have just said this was finished and been done with it, but as they haven't, I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do with it. Let me see if they've got a roadmap or anything. Sometimes they do. Doesn't look like it, but to be fair, it did only release on the 21st of May, so, you know, they've got plenty of time to set one of those up. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. Again, you know, full disclosure, I got a free key for this from the devs, but there's, you know, it's nothing they don't have any control over what I do or say about the game. It's just a review key, you know, that sort of thing. For the way the system that I got it through works for this one, I do have a link if you do want to buy it. If you use this page, I don't get like a kickback or anything. What it does is it tallies that you've come from my stream and says to other developers, hey, people bought this game after watching me stream it. Maybe give this guy more keys. That's all it does. You don't have to use it. Don't feel like you have to. It's just an analytics thing. You can just go and get it straight from Steam. I think that page takes you straight to Steam anyway. Let me check. Yeah, it takes you straight to Steam. And it just goes and does a reroute to do analytics. Again, you don't have to do that. Don't feel like you have to. Only grab games that you actually want. But yeah, I think this is neat. I get a great vibe from it. It's chill. I get the feeling that it has the potential to not be chill as well and to go like full RimWorld. This was the tutorial campaign. I feel like it could go very seriously unchill as well, which I kind of like too. And I guess, by setting the difficulty, you can kind of decide how chill you want to have an evening, I think this is great. Yeah, like really well done to the devs.